Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this one we're going to take a closer look at the terror bird in Ark Survival Evolved, suggested by this user on Discord. If you have a creature you want this kind of video being made of, make sure you comment it down in the comment section, or else I will do these alphabetically, so it might take a while for that creature to come around. Also make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video if you liked it, because that helps me out a lot. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So how does Terry behave in the wild? Well, it's actually quite simple. I mean, like most predators, it kind of just roams around, attacks everything that it sees as prey, which is basically every herbivore in the game. And that's kind of it. Although there is one more thing to mention though. These animals are technically pack animals, usually spawning in groups of 3, although there isn't any pack alpha in between them, so they don't get any pack buff. However, there is important though that if you encounter one of these in the wild, you want to be a little extra careful, because it probably will be a few others lurking around somewhere nearby. So you might want to tame one of these, right? So first of all, where do you find them? Well, they're found a lot of different places throughout the island, but the most common place to find them by far is in the redwood forest and around the river that goes north of the redwood forest. This is where I've found the most of them, and you're usually guaranteed to encounter several packs of these by searching these areas. Although they can be found in jungles too, although much less common. By far the easiest way to trank them is to use an Argentavis or another flyer that can pick up medium to large sized creatures, pick the terror bird up and drop it in a taming cage. However, you might not have an Argentavis when you're taming the terror bird, because the terror bird is accessed in the level 30s while the Argentavis is level 60s, so if you don't have an Argentavis, you can also obviously trap it on foot, although it's a little bit more tricky, but still fairly simple. The best way here is to use some foundations, or really only one foundation, and then put some door frames on all the sides and a ramp leading up one end. Then lead the terror birds in, and they're gonna be trapped. And then you can kill the ones you don't want and knock out the one you do want. So after trapping it, you can shoot it with some trank arrows, darts, or shocking trank darts to just make it unconscious. Then you want to feed it some regular or better kibble for maximum efficiency, or you can go for rare mutton or prime meat if you don't have the kibble made already. An even cheaper way is to simply use bolas to trap them. However, this method is a bit risky, considering that they usually hunt in packs of 3, meaning that you'll have to bola all 3 of them, and you have 30 seconds, as that's how long the bola lasts, to kill 2 of them and knock 1 of them out. So, it's a bit risky, but it also works. Then you got yourself a terror bird. So what can you use this guy for? Well, it's a pretty standard tame. It has 1 bite attack that deals an okay amount of damage. It doesn't really gather any specific resources, although it is better at gathering prime meat than other dinosaurs you have access to at this stage of the game. So if you don't have many predators and the raptor is the main one to use, the terror bird is a good replacement to get prime meat. By far the most useful part about these guys though is that they have a little glide ability where if you hold in the jump button, spacebar on the PC, you can simply glide slowly back down to the ground if you, for example, jump or fall down a cliff or a mountain or something. This is very useful in those scenarios, but by far the most useful part about this is that if you are in a cave that has lava in it, and you don't want to fall into the lava, but you have to jump across, like for example to get the artifact of the massive, I've made a more detailed video on how to get the artifact of the massive, so make sure you check that out. But to kind of just show it quickly here, if you need to jump across some lava, you can simply glide over with this guy so you don't risk, falling off the side. Really useful. And that about covers it. So if you did find this one helpful, again, please like the video so that it kind of gets caught by the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel because we're really close to 200 subscribers, so it would be really awesome if we could reach that by the end of January, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.